I'm with the federal branch of the BWI, the Bureau of
Witchcraft Investigations. I'm familiar.
I've been dispatched to follow up on reports of suspicious activity. May I come in?
Detective, I assure you, there are no witches here.
Scary. That was a snippet from the new movie Witch Hunt with actress Elizabeth Mitchell. She's also currently starring in Netflix's top-rated series Outer Banks, and she joins us live. Elizabeth, welcome to DBL.
Killing it,
Hi.
yes.
Great. Great to see you. So people also know you, of course, from Lost. In fact, a lot of people in our studio are like, oh my gosh, she was my favorite character in Lost. Also in The Purge. Now you're in Witch Hunt, this new movie. We just saw the snippet, just in time for Halloween. James Corden, and we talked about it here on the show, recently went on a rant about how he hates Halloween. How do you feel about the holiday? And do you typically watch scary movies?
I don't so much, and I dress up all the time. I mean, that's the thing, you know, I like, you know, weddings and stuff. I'm like, oh, well, that's you always get dressed up as an actor. So I don't really get dressed up, but I do put out tons of candy, and I get very excited by all the costumes that come my way. But it's probably not my first choice holiday. Isn't that terrible?
Let me ask you this, Elizabeth. Witch Hunt isn't your stereotypical movie about witches and casting spells. Explain how this is not a typical scary movie, and tell us about your character specifically.
I've been doing this for a long time.
Well, it's a very interesting show because it's what if witchcraft were happening in real life? I mean, that's the idea. And what happens to your powers, I guess? What happens to policing of witchcraft? And my character is Martha, and she runs a safe house for witches, and then all kinds of scary, intriguing, heartbreaking stuff happens. It's really kind of nice. It's a sweet movie.
So Elizabeth, before we started talking right now, I called our mutual friend Bob Merrick, who we both know.
Okay.
And I said, you got anything interesting? There you go. I go, you got anything interesting I could ask Elizabeth? He told me that you do handstands before you go on auditions, or maybe to get rid of the nerves. What's with that?
Is that true?
Well, it's my theory that we don't do great work when we're wanting to be good, right? So the first thing that I do is make a complete fool of myself, and I feel like it helps tremendously. So I'll stand on my hands or do a headstand and talk to people, and generally try to not be in any way, shape, or form trying to impress people, and then I find the work is better. Really, it's not odd.
Oddly enough, that kind of makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. It does make a lot of sense. It kind of puts something else in your control that you felt out of control about. So.
Yeah. Oh, I love that way of putting it. Yeah. That's wise. That's true.
You're welcome. You could have that one. Okay, so
I do. I'm taking it.
Yeah. Well, we always talk about how much representation matters, and something that makes Witch Hunt special is that you got to work with a lot of women, including the director and most of the cast. So how did that help tell this particular story?
Oh, I love that. I mean, it is, in its core, a show about women's power and what happens when women get powerful. And I think that having a lot of women tell that story was probably for the best. There's a gentleness, but a real ferocious strength, a velvet hammer strength, let's say. And I really enjoyed the fact that we had Elle helming all of it, because she is absolutely incredible. I feel like so many of the characters are really her. It was a very happy workplace. We all worked very collaboratively. I like to think that's because we're all women, but who knows?
I've been hearing that this is this generation's Goonies. What do you think about that when people compare the show?
Oh, I love that. That's kind of fun. I loved the Goonies. I thought that was great. I think any kind of a treasure hunt movie usually gets compared to the Goonies because it makes us all feel so good, right? So sure, works for me.
That's a great comparison. I'll take it, yes.
No, it's a cult classic. DBL Nation, you can see Elizabeth's new movie, Witch Hunt, in theaters and on demand this Friday. Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, thank you.